going on, world? What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. Shout out to all of the visionaries. Salute to everybody. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. We are back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV with another great show. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, and I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everybody that's in the chat right now. If you are here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share today's show. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you share today's show because we're going to get into it today. Today, man, oh man, it just seems like ever since 2022 started, well, I'm gonna say the end of 2021, things just been getting crazier and crazier about a day. And today's show is something that we have to discuss. So salute to y'all once again. Shout out to everyone that's here. I'm going to get to the chat room. I'm going to give some shout outs, but make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all share today's show. Make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all share today's show. Shout out to Kenny Will. I appreciate the super chat, brother. He says, salute DS1. I keep seeing people applaud or cheer this kind of behavior. Instead of mentally responding like a man, he emotionally reacted like a woman. Slap him backstage, not on stage. Salute to Kenny Will. And I agree with that. Shout out to Kenny Will. Shout out to you, Miss Garnetta Brown. Shout out to you. I see you here. Polo says the slap was staged. No doubt. I'm hearing a lot of that too. Shout out to Yaninka Bear in the building. Gabriella Dawson in the building. Shout out to my man Bob. Salute. Shout out to Just Act Shaw in the building. Much love to you. Appreciate your support. Shout out to Miss Queena in the building. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you, Miss Queena. Shout out to Sir O in the building. Salute to the Villain Sphere. Shout out to my brother, Po Boy Films in the building. Salute my brother. Salute family. Hope all is well with you. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Angie in the building. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Always coming through and holding down the chat as well. Shout out to my brother, the #1 grinder. Salute, my brother. Shout out to Larry Vaughn in the building. Salute, bro. Salute to you. Jeff Reviews, salute, cuzzo. Oh, yeah. You was waiting for me to unpack this topic, huh? We're going to get to it, bro. We're going to get to it, cuzzo. It's Akuma in the building. Salute. King Ra. Shout out to King Ra. Shout out to you, Miss Letitia. Good to see you. Shout out to Ricky Webster. He said just showing some support. Props due. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Let's see who else up in here. Shout out to Matt. What's good, Matt? Shout out to you, Matt. GT Entertainment. Salute. He said he had to prove himself. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into it. Hey, what's up, Nadia? Good to see you, Nadia. Salute to Shango Zulu in the building. Shout out to my man, Third Ward. Shout out to you. See who else up in here. Shout out to my man, Shaka Nu. Peace to the God, Shaka Nu in the building. Ted is my name. What's good? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everyone. If you're here, like I said, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you share today's show. And y'all see the title. This is what happens when men prove themselves to women. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock, as y'all see in the thumbnail, which is funny, by the way. Let's start off by getting into that. Let's start off by getting into that. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. Now, it's just funny saying that because I just don't see myself, or I don't see Will Smith just hauling off and slapping nobody like that. So when I saw the clip, because I didn't see it live, because I don't watch the Grammys, I don't care to watch the Grammys. I don't watch no award shows anymore. I don't really watch that stuff no more. Like BET Awards, and I don't really watch that stuff no more. So I saw the clip and it was funny to me. At first I was like, like, oh, he just slapped this dude. Cause I would never expect that from Will. But we can't forget that Will is from Philly. And we can't forget that that is his wife at the end of the day. That's his wife. And at the end of the day, no matter how anyone may feel or have an opinion, that's still his wife. So you can't tell a man how to respond when he feel like his wife is being disrespected. Now, could he handled it a different way? Of course. But see, on today's show, the result of him reacting in an emotional way is today's show. This is why I'm doing today's show, because what we saw is what happens when men prove themselves to women. Men who feel like they have to prove themselves to women. See, because this is a lot deeper than this being his wife. It's a lot deeper than that, because you have to understand that Will has been emasculated for so long in his relationship that he's ran out of ways of responding in a masculine way. He doesn't know how to do it anymore, because when he responded the way a man should respond, he never got the response that he thought that he was supposed to get. You see? See, this is what happens when you allow yourself to be in a relationship where you give everything to the wrong woman. Make sure y'all go and check these. Make sure y'all go and check that playlist out. Giving everything to the wrong women. And when this stream is over, this stream will also be on that playlist. So if you're catching a replay and you need to quickly access it, just go to the playlist section. But this is what happens. See, Will allowed himself for a long time to be disrespected by Jada. He has allowed this. And see, this is why I have pushback when a lot of guys try to always where you guys here on YouTube try to say that every response that a man gives is emotional, or like it's something wrong with having emotions as a man. You see? Or even sometimes flying off the handle. And the reason why I'm saying this is not to let men think or to come to the conclusion that it's just okay to act out. No. But us specifically as Black men, we have never had a chance. Some of us has never had that time to have those episodes. See, because when we speaking about emotional intelligence and self-development and positive mental health, right? You have to be able to have went through certain things to understand your triggers and to be able to indicate where you are mentally when certain situations occur. See, if you've never had these episodes, you don't know about them. You cannot say that this man is supposed to have this type of composure and this type of self-control when he's in this situation. See, it's easy to just say, oh, it was an emotional thing. Yes, it was. But let's stop discounting emotion in men. See, that's something that needs to be eradicated. We're not telling men to be emotional, but we have to stop removing emotions from men. We have to stop removing emotions from masculinity. Because if you never get your emotions in check, you will fail to grow as a masculine man. And the reason why there's a lot of Black men out here who emotions are not in check because they've heard too many other Black men tell them not to have emotions. You see? And this is what we're seeing from grown men. Mind you, Will Smith is in his 50s. And he's not emotionally intelligent. These guys are not emotionally stable. These are 50-year-old men. You see, this is how I'm looking at the situation. I'm not looking at it from the standpoint of, oh, he just a simp. Oh, he just overreacted. That's surface level shit. You got to look at why this 50-something-year-old man spazzed out like this. See, this is what I'm looking at. And why did he do it? He did it because he's trying to show in a derelict fashion, because it's a derelict move, but he's trying to show Jada that he is the pillar of strength. That's what he wanted to, that's what he's trying to display. And not only is he trying to show Jada that, but he's trying to show that to everyone. Because Will has been made to be a sucker. He's made out to be a punk, a herb. Will is tired of feeling like people can walk all over him. He's been being walked on his entire marriage to Jada Pinkett. Did y'all see what she did to him on Red Table Talk? If she would do that to him in front of the world, Imagine what she do to him behind closed doors. Imagine what she does to him on a daily basis in front of their children. Imagine what she does to him during family occasions, Christmas, Thanksgiving, cookouts, family reunions. Imagine what she does to him there. See, you gotta look, you gotta try to look past what they show you by using what they show you. You see? If she can easily come out in public and embarrass her husband, imagine how easy it is in private. Imagine how many years Will Smith had to deal with this shit that nobody knew about. See, we're just getting to know what Will has been going through. But imagine for all the years we didn't know. When we thought Will was just happy shooting movies and getting a bunch of money. You see? All Will wants to do is to be the man that Jada wants. That's all Will wants to be. See, Will doesn't want to accept the fact that he's never going to be that guy. That she settled for him. She didn't want you. You were her safety net. That's what you were. You were the recovery plan. If anything happens, I could always go over here and recover. This is what she's done. This is what a lot of women Jada's age has done in their life to a lot of men. And a lot of guys don't understand that is a strategy that a lot of women use. Because women are all about survival. They're all about surviving. They're nesters. They're about surviving. You see? And a lot of guys don't understand this. So Will, his whole marriage up until this point, is still trying to prove to Jada that he's that guy. I'm not a punk. I'm not just a square. I'm not just a lame actor. I could be tough. I could be rough. I could be rough around the edges. He's trying to prove that to Jada. This is what he's doing. And a lot of men do this. A lot of men. They go out their way to try to be something that they're not. Because you're trying to prove something to her. And let me let you fellas know something. When you go out your way to do this, what you're doing is you're actually showing her that you don't value what you do have. You don't value the man that you are. You see? And this is the problem that a lot of men go through. They don't value who they are, they value what they have. They don't value who they are, they value what they have. And what you do is when you show the woman that you don't value you only value what you have, she begins to value what you have and not value you. And this is what happens. You see? This is what happened to Dr. Dre. The same thing happened to Dr. Dre. The same thing that happens to a lot of men. You see, this is why the high value man narrative was dangerous. This is why I was the first and I went so hard speaking against the high value man narrative. Because look how high value men are treated. Look how they're treated. So we're not going to promote that to men. A high value man has nothing to do with your education, your money, none of that shit. High value men are men of high character. Simple. It's simple. And as we can see, these so-called high value men are not, they don't value themselves. See, because they're only high value according to society standards. You see? They don't speak on their insecurity because they think that they can block their insecurities out with their education. You see? This is Will Smith is the perfect example of this. And what these guys go out and do when they realize that their money is not going to save them, what do? They go out and they start acting out. They start acting out. Who else you saw acting out? Because his woman won't stop running around and doing what she doing, disrespecting him. Scottie Pippen. So much to the point where you got pictures of Scottie Pippen trying to look like Future, trying to dress like him. He done put braids in his hair. Because this is what happens when men do things or try to prove themselves to women. This is what happens. So this outbreak or this outrage that you see or that you saw Will go on is him trying to prove himself to his woman. It is so people can stop calling him weak. Stop calling him a coward. Stop calling him a simp. That's what this is about. That's why he did it. That's why he did it. He's reached his boiling point. He like, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. So first, I allowed this dude to talk about my wife years back. I didn't do anything. Then let's fast forward a couple years later. Me and my wife is in the media because it got out that she was having sex with our son's friend, which Will already probably knew at some point or another, but they was trying to keep it under wraps. Once it got out, that embarrassed them. Everybody was expecting him to put hands on August Alsina. He didn't do that. Then he got on TV and she embarrassed him at the Red Pill Table Talk, made him cry. Now, mind you, this is all shit that's on top of the shit he's dealt with years before. with Jada. You see? So now I get on TV and I protect you as being my wife and the sanctity of our marriage by not putting you out there, and you embarrass me by letting the world know that she's not satisfied in the bedroom. Threw him out there again. Embarrass this man again. Do y'all understand? I know that some of you brothers who are listening understand exactly what I'm talking about. Time and time again, this dude, his feelings are just being just destroyed. Time and time again. And he's doing the right thing as a man, as a husband. He not embarrassing his wife. He not putting his wife out there. He know his wife is hot in the ass. He know this. But what is he doing? He's protecting his family. See? Because he understands something about appearance value. He understands him and his wife are celebrities. His whole family is celebrities. I'm not going to embarrass my wife and then everybody across the world. Now, every time my son and my daughter do shows, they talking about their mother. See, Will thought about this. Will's not a bad guy. See, I need you brothers to understand all that high value man, I'm a good man shit doesn't make you exempt. It does not make you exempt. This is what I always try to tell y'all. Oh, I'm educated. What that got to do with anything? What that got to do with anything? Oh, I'm in a fraternity. What does that have to do with anything? Huh? Oh, so you think because you got some money that this shit's supposed to skip you? That's what you think. That's what you think. No, it doesn't. No one's exempt. No one. You have to protect yourself, or if you have brothers, y'all protect each other. We're our own agency. You see? And Will was supposed to understand this years ago because he married the wrong woman. He procreated with the wrong women. He provided for the wrong woman. He protected the wrong woman. He problem solved for the wrong woman. Brothers, you are not just a protector and a provider. You are a problem solver and a procreator. You see? Stop thinking because you got money and resources that this is not supposed to happen to you. Look at Dr. Dre. Look at Will Smith. This woman has been doing this man dirty for years. For years. And he stayed. Brothers, you can't stay. It might be cool to say you staying for the children and all of that. But what does that do to your psyche? How does that make you feel physically? It begins to break you down after a while. And this is what you're seeing with Will Smith. He's breaking down. Now he's having outbursts. He's doing this shit Kanye West has done. Because why do you think Kanye was acting out? Because of what he was going through, what them women was putting him through. And how much shit he allowed. Because let me explain something to you, brothers. Once a woman sees that you will allow her to get away with a certain level of shit, it becomes normal for her to keep doing it. You see? So stop thinking you a man because you don't say nothing. I just act like I ain't see that. I'm a man. I'm a smooth cat. No. Especially nowadays with these modern women, brothers, you got to check shit immediately. And if she got a problem with you checking shit, you check the fuck out. You check out. You one of those. Oh, you got a problem with hearing the truth? Oh, you got a problem with me letting you know what I don't allow being done to me? Because you got a fat ass? Bye. Bye-bye. Have a good life. You and your fat ass. Have a good life. That's what you do. That's what you do. You do not allow it. You check that shit. So when she start mouthing off and getting slick all out her, yo, hold on, who you talking to? Oh, so this how you talk to dudes? Have a good day and walk off. You don't tolerate that shit. You don't tolerate it. You do not tolerate it. Straight up. Because at the end of the day, what happens over time is you begin when you tolerate it over time, you start trying to catch up, trying to prove you a man again. See, over time, you start losing yourself in a relationship because you've lost your significance. And a lot of guys lose their significance in a relationship because she don't see you in the way that she once saw you. And that's because you've allowed her to get away with shit. You've allowed her to look at you as not an authority figure, as not a leader. See, listen, fellas, don't let these modern women tell you, I'm what you mean authority? You cannot lead if you do not have authority. Let me repeat that, fellas. You cannot lead if you do not have authority. Authority and leadership goes hand in hand. There is no soft leadership. There is no, well, no. This is what we're doing. We're doing it for this, and this reason. That's it. That's it. Now, either you do it or you don't. See? But when you start allowing disrespect, sassy back talk and all that shit, when you just begin to, shoo it off and act like because you got money, you could shut her up and all of that, you lose your authority. Then, when she says some shit to you and you try to defend yourself, now it's like, hold up, nigga, who you talking to? Because she been talking to you like that. She been talking to you like that. You been okaying it. Why you got something to say about it today? Why you feel some way about it today? So now you're trying to prove yourself to her. What you're trying to prove to her is what you proven to her in the beginning, which was you're a man. You're a man. You're a leader. See, she looked at you like that in the beginning without you having to prove nothing, without you having to go out your way and beat nobody up. You didn't have to do that. But what you showed her was you're not a leader, that you're willing to allow her to do whatever on your watch because you're the man. You see? So over time, fellas, she looks at it like, what reason is he giving me to respect him? What reason is he giving me to respect him? Why can't I bring another dude in here and smash him in our house? What he gonna do about it? What he gonna do? What is he gonna do? What is he gonna say? He never said nothing to me before when he caught me. He didn't leave before. He didn't make any executive decisions as a man, as a leader. So I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want. Because I've been stopped looking at him as a man. This is what women say. Fellas, whether y'all believe it or not, this is the shit that they tell their homegirls. Girl, I've been stopped respecting that nigga. That he been a weak ass nigga to me. And you don't even know that. Now you playing catch up. Now you getting mad, you getting extra emotional, you blowing up. You wasn't doing that before because you trying to play catch up. Now you trying to show her why she need to respect you. Now you doing all that shit, she laughing at you. She laughing. look, he mad. Look, y'all, this nigga mad. Look, he mad. Don't nobody care if you mad, nigga. You ain't gonna do shit, nigga. See? Because you let certain types of chicks get away with shit. So you got to remember, Will been married to Jada for a long time. So we talk about when Jada Pinkett was a bad chick. We talking about low down, dirty shame Jada Pinkett. When she was bad, set it off. When she was bad. We're not talking about today 50-something-year-old Jada. We're not talking about her. Will was married to the Jada that us millennials fell in love with, watching Low Down Dirty Shame. See? So could you imagine how long he put up with this girl's shit? He was with Jada when she was popping. When she was getting good roles, he was with her. They was together. They was together. Shout out to Chano Perez. Speak the truth. Will demonstrated the lost value system of appearance perfectively. Appreciate that, Chano. Appreciate your support. Let me scroll up a little bit, see if I missed any of you other guys' super chats. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you here, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you share the show. Shout out to everybody that's here. You got to remember that, guys. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. So, all of this disrespect and what we see, it's a buildup to it. And it goes back to what we allow as men. For whatever reason. See, we can have an excuse for why we allow it, but at the end of the day, we still allowed it. We still allowed it, and we got to pay for that. We got to pay for allowing the shit. I mean, it's no way around it, guys. You just got to accept it. You just have to. This is why I say we have to heal before we build. We have to heal. The first part of healing is accepting. You got to accept you didn't know. You got to accept that you allowing certain shit is what created these situations. You have to accept that. Now, her wrongdoing in the part is still her wrongdoing. You got to understand this, fellas. It's not about placing blame anywhere. It's about us understanding what happened from a logical standpoint. Remember, we're the logical ones. Well, we're the logically dominant ones. Let me say that. I'm not going to say we're the logical ones, because that's that manosphere stupid shit. We are the logically dominant ones. As men, we are supposed to dominate logically. You see? So this is why I'm speaking to y'all in the way that I am, brothers. You see? Because you only can assess your emotions from a logical standpoint. You can't assess your emotions with emotions. So you can't understand why you allowed something to happen to you from an emotional standpoint. And when you're playing the blame game, that's from an emotional standpoint. It's just that simple. And Will reacted in an emotional way because he wanted to show women as a man that he's a man still. This was him proving that he was a man, because he ran out of ways, or he felt like he ran out of ways of trying to prove that he still was a goddamn man. You see? And he responded emotionally. Well, he reacted because he feels like, what else do I do? I've been embarrassed in front of the world multiple times because of my wife. Now, how do I redeem myself? How do I redeem myself? How do I make myself feel like a man again? What do I do? What do I do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show everyone I don't give a fuck. That's why he did it on the stage that he did it on. Because he knows that, and shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, having that everyday fit for fuck it, and sometimes displaying that can change people's perception of you. Like, damn, he was brave to do that. He slapped this nigga at the damn, he slapped him at the Grammys. Well, I respect that. You see what I'm saying? He done something that he's never done, which was stand up for himself in front of everyone. You see? Will got tired of being humiliated. This man is being humiliated. He's tired of it. What do I do? Tired of being humiliated. The man was feeling like he didn't have any nuts. And he said, I'm not going to allow this to keep happening. It's been happening for too long. And now this shit is starting to happen to me too much in the public. I'm going to show y'all not to play with me. I'm a grown-ass man. Stop playing with me and my family. You see? But you did it for the wrong woman. And this is why people are making fun of Will. Because at the end of the day, you know you with the wrong woman. You knew that for years, Will. And this is what happens to a lot of brothers. Not just Will Smith. Excuse me. Not just Dr. Dre. Just to even us regular brothers. We know. We know. It's not a secret. We know. But you trying to catch up to redeem yourself. But this is what happens when men try to prove themselves to women. You end up embarrassing yourself even more. See, because truth be told, what Will was supposed to do, what he was supposed to do was he wasn't supposed to teach or show the world that he was willing to teach Chris Rock a lesson. He was supposed to show the world that he was willing to teach his wife a lesson. See, that would have took precedence over everything. Instead of him slapping Chris Rock, he should have went home, packed his shit, and left. And he should have let that shit hit the tabloids. And then made a public statement saying that he will not allow himself to be treated no less than what he's worth anymore. You know, the same shit these women get up here and say. How they're not going to allow themselves to be treated a certain way. See, that's what Will was supposed to do. See, that is how you prove to yourself that you a man. That your nuts still work. That you still got testosterone flowing around in you. That's what you do. You tell the world, hey, I'm not putting up with this shit no more. I'm gone. And you know why I say he should do that? Because number one, he don't have shit to prove to Jada. Number two, their children are grown. So he don't have to be there 24/7. They're not babysitting no babies. The children are grown. So let's stop faking the funk now. Let's stop faking the funk like we still love each other. Like we not fucking nobody else. Like we still want to be with each other. Our children are grown. They know what it is. Who are we fooling? So we still keeping on this fake facade for the industry? To be the Smiths? That's what you're doing this shit for, Will? And you're killing yourself doing it, brother. You're killing yourself doing it. When the Smith legacy is going to live on because of you and what you accomplished. Because if it was left up to Jada, y'all goddamn legacy will last 5 years. So what do you have to stay? You have nothing left to stay for. But you still trying to prove something to her. You still trying to prove to her why she shouldn't have did you wrong. We got to get out of this shit, man. She knows she did you dirty. And guess what? She don't care. You know why? Because she did what she had to do to survive. You see? She did what she had to do to survive. So don't stay to try to make her pay and try to show her what she did was wrong and this, that, and the third and ba. No. Because all you're doing is hurting yourself. You're making yourself suffer. You're putting yourself through the goddamn gauntlet. Why the hell were you trying to protect your wife's image when she sat in front of the whole goddamn world and said, you can't fuck her no more? But you trying to protect your wife's image from a comedian when you're in the entertainment industry? Where you were once on a comedic daytime show where you were acting goofy and silly. Oh, but now jokes about your wife hurts your feelings. No, nigga, you triggered. You in your feelings because you're nervous and you're fearful. Because you're used to being embarrassed on big stages, Will. And you've constantly allowed it. And you didn't want it to happen again, and it happened. And instead of you getting up and leaving, you responded the way your woman would want you to. Because she wants you to embarrass yourself even more, Will. So when she totally walks away from you, she can have a full explanation on why she left you. This is what Kim Kardashian is doing to Kanye West. This is what she's been doing to him for years. You see? But what do Kanye do? He wants to stay. What do Will do? He stays. Only for you to be destroyed. Because you're trying to prove what to her? You're a man. Maybe she doesn't respect the man that you are. Maybe she never will. Did you ever think about that, Will? And this is what I want you brothers to think about. You ain't got to prove shit to her because it's her loss. Because what you possess in you as a man benefits her. See? See, it's going to always benefit you because you're the guy. So all of your value is stored up in you. She benefits from being with a guy like you because of your internal value. You see? So it's her loss. So when you remove yourself, it's not your loss, it's her loss. But see, what a lot of us men think is that when we remove ourselves away from these women and take ourselves out of these women's lives, that is something wrong with that, because we think that the value that we possess should be shared with everyone. And it shouldn't. Because if you are a high value man, you shouldn't be treating yourself like a rental car if you consider yourself a Lamborghini. Everybody shouldn't be able to ride, homie. Everybody should not be able to get 5, 10, 15, 20 years of your goddamn value. If they can't get in front of other people and defend you. I don't care how many goddamn kids she got by you. Because at the end of the goddamn day, you know she shouldn't have no kids by you because she don't represent you. But you know you already done made that mistake. So you can't keep making the same mistake by staying, brothers. Because what you're doing is you're festering. This is what you're doing. This is what Kanye West has done. This is what he's done. Because you think that your good qualities is supposed to change her behavior. See, yeah, we're going to go there today. We're going to go there today. Y'all hit the like button and share the show. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We're going to go there today. That's why. That's why you stay. Because you think because you're a good man that she's supposed to be the woman for you. And if she's not the woman for you, that she's supposed to become the woman for you. But let me let you know something, fellas. She's never going to be that. And you just have to accept it. And it's your choice. Now the ball's back in your court. See, you want to be a leader. You want to be a leader, but you don't want the ball back in your court. You see? See, once you make up in your mind and you come to the realization, damn, she doesn't meet all the qualifications. Now you have to make up in your mind, do I still deal with her or don't I? And if you choose to still deal with her, you cannot throw up in her face that she's not the woman that you want her to be. Because you already goddamn knew that she wasn't it. Whatever reason you choose to still stay, you cannot now say, shit didn't go this way, shit didn't go this way, shit didn't go this way. You accepted it. See, these are the harsh realities of life that men have to accept dealing with our decision making. This is where it says whoever said being a man was easy. Because you got to accept shit like that. Now, do I stay with this woman that's never going to be the woman I need her to be for me, but I've been with her for 10 years? Do I stay with her and accept it, or do I move on and start over? And you got to live with the consequences of staying and leaving. Because guess what? Guess what? If you make the decision based on her and not basing the decision on you and looking at it from you being in control, then guess what? It goes back to today's topic. Because then what you're doing is you're making the decision trying to prove something to her. You see? And in a world of leadership, it's you don't have to keep proving yourself time and time again. The quarterback doesn't have to time and time prove that he's the captain of the goddamn team. It's understood. Once he's proven and he makes the team, he's the goddamn captain. It's understood. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. We don't care if it's a new lineman coming in, if it's a new running back coming in. This goes for women. Don't matter what women come into your life. Because it has nothing to do with her. You see? You see? We're giving the participant too much control. We're giving them too much control. We're letting them lease too much space in our minds. You see? And when you decide to allow her to get away with certain shit, just understand what it is. It's a choice that you're making. So when these things begin to affect you, understand where they came from. And over time, you will begin to continue to try to prove yourself. Oh, I'm a man. Who you talking to like that? That's usually said by men who has dealt with a level of respect, a level of disrespect at some point or another. He has dealt with a certain level of disrespect. And he's trying to let this woman know, hey, I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting this. I'm a man. Why are you talking to me like this? And sometimes, fellas, I'm going to just be real. Sometimes some relationships just come to an end. Sometimes the relationship is up. And you just got to move on. You see? And I know it may come off as me making it sound easy, but trust me, it's not. These are the harsh realities that men have to deal with. You may be in love with this woman, and you may have been with her 5, 10 years of your life, and it's over now. It's just over. It's not going to get any better. Y'all tried all y'all could try. You're getting older. It's over. That's just what it is. I enjoyed this 10-year, however long ride with you. It's over. It's over. And you just gotta accept it. Gotta accept it. Because you don't want to live your life as a man trying to prove you a man to women. That's miserable. That's a life of misery. Because you're never gonna feel like you're ever gonna do enough. You're always gonna feel like I just gotta keep proving myself. And this is what Kanye is going through. This is what you see with Will Smith. He's been going through it for years. This is what Dr. Dre has been going through for years. For years. He's been going through it. How do we know he's been going through it? Let's look at I already did the stream where I went into the history of his ex-wife and what she did to her ex-husband. She did the same shit that she's doing to Dr. Dre. She's doing the same shit. You see? So fellas, stop giving everything to the wrong women. Stop. Because all you're going to continue to do is continue to try to prove yourself. Because you're trying to prove yourself to her to validate yourself as a man. You see? If you get her to say, yeah, you a man, that makes you feel validated within yourself. And that's the problem. And there's where the problem lies. Because if this woman is not right for you, you're never going to feel right within yourself because you know you ultimately made the wrong decision. And as men, we have to stop trying to put that off on women. You made the wrong decision. You took her on as your woman. She didn't make herself your girlfriend. You took her on as your woman. And you made that wrong decision. For whatever reason. And then when you realize that you made a bad decision, instead of you making the right decision and moving on, you tried to clean it up. This is what we do. This is what we all do. Damn, I done picked the wrong chick, man. How do I fix this shit? So what do most guys try to do? They try to buy her affection. They try to buy her. They try different things. Because they're trying to prove to her why you should accept me as being the guy for you. So I can maneuver and create this situation into what I want it to become. When at the end of the day, brothers, what we're actually doing is we're trying to force the wrong puzzle piece into the wrong space. You can never prove yourself to a woman that's not for you. A woman that's for you, you don't never have to prove yourself to her. You don't never have to go out your way to prove yourself to her. You don't. You don't have to do what Will Smith done, because that's what he was doing. Jada likes rough around the edges dudes. She like dudes with a little edge. So that's what Will displayed. Will displayed a little edge, a little ruggedness, a little I don't give a fuck. Because he thinks that's what Jada wants. Because she likes those I don't give a fuck type of guys. So that's why he popped off on the Grammys. To show her, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I could be one of those guys. Yeah, I get it popping. I could be him too, baby. You want me to be him? I could be him too. And this is sad, brothers. That is not what a husband's supposed to be. He shouldn't have to put his he shouldn't have to put his appearance on the line to prove to you he's a man. And if you was worth anything as a woman, you would never have your husband in that situation. You would protect him from those situations. So if Jada cared anything about Will, she wouldn't have been fucking August Alsina in their house. She wouldn't have never been sleeping with her son's friends. You see? But when you start giving everything to the wrong women, and then you finally realize one day that this is what you've been doing, you begin to try to prove yourself. And this is what happened to Will. And this is what happens to a lot of men. Because now you're trying to right your wrongs. So now the way you make it up is you think by doing certain things to prove yourself is going to get her to act right. And brothers, I'm here to tell you, sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's too late. And in this situation, in my opinion, Will, it's too late, man. She's gone. She's gone. It's nothing to save. You don't have to save her. She'll be okay. She'll be all right. She'll be fine without you, Will. That's what you guys got to understand too. These women are going to be fine without you. Okay? I know you know what she been through and her deepest, darkest secrets, and you understand how she's fearful of things, and you feel like you got to protect her. But guess what? She chose not to be under your protection. She'll be all right. Just wish her nothing but the best, bro. But move on with your life. Stop trying to prove to her who you are. Because she know who you are. Because once you start proving or trying to prove, that's when you start acting other than who you are anyway. And this is what you saw here with Will Smith, man. This is what happens to a lot of guys. And I feel bad for Will, man. Hope the brother, find some healing. And he get past the shit. And he really just move away from Jada. And live his best life for the rest of his life. Because as I said earlier, they don't got no reason to keep faking like they together. They have no reason to. Their children are grown. They're successful. Their children are successful. Just chalk it up, Will. Whatever you got to pay, go ahead and pay it. Cash out. Dr. Dre just did it, nigga. You do it too. Because it's not cheaper to keep her. Because how much is it weighing on you internally? See, a lot of you dudes, oh, it's cheaper to keep them. But how much is it going to weigh on you internally? When you know she can't stop giving her pussy away. Just go ahead and cash out. Because the shit is going to kill you. Look what happened to Dr. Dre. Shit going to kill you. So go ahead and set her free, Will. Stop listening to the marriage attorneys and they telling you how much you're going to have to get. Just give it up, my nigga. You a genius. She ain't going to take everything. Come on, man. What is it doing to you internally? Is that money worth your sanity? Because you're going crazy, bro. And we see that this is what happens to a lot of men. So shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through to today's show. Shout out to all of the visionaries. If you are here, make sure you like and share the show. Make sure you like and share today's show. If you enjoyed today's show, Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go. I appreciate all the donations. You hit the super chat, if you hit the Cash App, I appreciate all the donations. Much love to y'all. Much love to everybody that is here. Make sure, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And we will be back tomorrow right here, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow we're gonna go in depth a little bit more, because I'm really kind of like zeroed in on this whole thing with Will, man, because I see he's going through a lot, man. He's going through a lot, and there's a lot of us brothers going through this. Whether you want to call us high value, broke, or whatever, a lot of us black men are going through this shit, man. And as I said before, we're gonna see this happening to a lot of us, and a lot of us so-called celebrities is gonna be put out there that a lot of us are unhappy. And that's because we got to heal before we build. That is because we have to understand the importance of internal value. We have to understand this. So tomorrow we will be back here, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And we will go into depth a little more, man. We're going to go into depth a little more. Shout out to everyone. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Much love to everybody. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.